Welcome back with a new math tutorial. In this video we are talking about functions and the equation. As we said before about the function like the machine, or the relation between the input and the output. For each input there is exactly one output, and the equation is the equality of two terms. The left hand side is equal to the right hand side. The linear function is the function whose graph is a line. Now we need to write the equation which represents the function in each table. We have the input and the output. We need to find the relation between the input and the output to write the equation. If the input equals 1, the output would be 9. If the input 2, the output would be 18. 3 would be 27, and so on. You will find that for each output will be equals to 9 multiplied by the input, which is 9x. In question number 2 we have the same. If the input equals 1, the output will be 16. If the input equals 2, the output will be 32. If the input equals 3, the output will be 48. You will find that for each output, it will be equals to 16 multiplied by each input. When you multiply the input by 16, you will find the output. So the equation that we have, the output which is y is equal to 16 multiplied by the input. In question number 3, we have the relation between the input and the output. 0 becomes 0, 1 becomes 4, 2 becomes 8, 3 becomes 12. 4 becomes 16. That will happen when you multiply by 4. So for each output will be equals 4 multiplied by the input, which is x. In question number 4, the relation between the input and the output. For each input 1, the output will be 6. 2 becomes 12. 3 becomes 16. 4 becomes 24. So for each input, when you multiply it by 6 to find the output. So the output now will be equals to 6 multiplied by the input. In this part of the lesson, we need to graph each equation. The equation that we have which equals to y equals 2x. Now how can we graph? We said before that the input will be independent variable. You can choose any variable for the input. And from the input we will find the output. So let the input equal 0, 1 and 2. Just choose a small number for the input. It will be easy to find the output. So 2x it means 2 times x. So 2 multiplied by 0 equals 0. And 2 multiplied by 1 equals 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. Now we need to graph. The first point 0 and 0. And the second by moving 1 to the right on x and going up 2. The third point by moving 2 to the right and going up 4. Now we need to graph. You will find that the graph will be as a straight line. So we have here linear function. Again in question number 8. We said I will choose the value for x as 0, 1 and 2. You can choose any other values, but it will be easy if you choose 0, 1 and 2. 4 times 0 equals 0. 4 times 1 equals 4. 4 times 2 equals 8. So the first point that we have here which is 0 and 0. Now 1 and 4. By moving 1 to the right and going up 4. 2 and 8. Moving to the right 2 and going up 8. Now we need to graph. After graphing you will find that the graph will be represented as a line. So we have here a linear function. In this question we need to graph. So we have here y equals x plus 3. As we said we choose the value for x or the input 0, 1 and 2. Now we have here 0 plus 3 equals 3. 1 plus 3 equals 4. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 0 and 3, so it will be 0, then going up 3. 1 and 4, going to the right 1, then going up 4. 2 and 5, going to the right 2 and going up 5. Now we can graph. You will find that we have a linear function. The same in question number 12, y equals x plus 4. So 0 plus 4 equals 4 and 1 plus 4 equals 5. 2 plus 4 equals 6. 0 and 4, it means from 0, then I'm going up 4. 1 and 5, going to the right 1 and going up 5. 2 and 6, going to the right 2 and going up 6. Then we can draw the line. So the graph that we have now will be linear function. In question number 13, we have y equals x plus 0.5. So it will be 0, 1 and 2. 0 plus 0.5 equals 0.5. 1 plus 0.5 equals 1.5. 2 plus 0.5 equals 2.5. Now the first point 0 and 0.5. So 0 on x, then going up 0.5. 1 and 1.5. Going to the right 1 and going up 1.5. Going to the right 2, then going up 2.5. Now the graph will be as a line, so we have linear function. Y equal 3x plus 2. As we said, 0, 1 and 2. 3 times 0 equals 0, plus 2 equals 2. 3 times 1 equals 3, plus 2 equals 5. 3 times 2 equals 6, plus 2 equals 8. So the first point, 0 and 8. 0, then going up 2. 1 and 5. Going to the right 1 and up 5. 2 and 8. Going to the right 2 and going up 8. Now we can graph. In this part of the lesson, the question will be with different way. I will just give you the graph, then I need the table and the equation. From the graph, we need to identify the point. We have 1, 2, 3 points. The first point here, going to the right 1 and going up until 42. So 1 and 42. Going to the right 2 and going up 44. So 2 and 44. Going to the right 3 and going up to 46. So 3 and 46. Now we need to write the equation. If you look, there is no direct relation between x and y, between the input and the output. If you remember at the previous lesson, once we have a linear relation, so just write the number 42, 44, and 46. Now from 42 to 44 we add 2. So the relation that we have now will be 2x. Now find the difference between 42 and 2. When you subtract 42 minus 2, the answer will be 40. 40 will be positive, so it will be plus 40. So the relation that we have now will be equals y equals 2x plus 40. Again, one more time. Just I'm writing here 42, 44, and 46. From 42 to 44, we add 2. So that will be the number that we multiplied by x, which is 2. After that, subtract them. 42 minus 2 equals 40. 40 is a positive number, so it means plus 40. So the relation that we have, y equals 2x plus 40. And that's how can we find the equation from the table and from the graph. And how can we find the table and the graph if the given is the equation.